Yo, sign up for the Patreon, y'all. Even the lowest tier, you can see all the reactions and what it's supposed to be. Yeah! Check out the link in the description to get all the details about everything you need to know. Yeah, let's go. Yo, what's going on, people? What's going on? What's poppin', my dudes? Guys, we're here for this Vinland Saga review. My bad. I know that I'm late on this. I actually meant to put this out before I even went to South Carolina and everything, but that's neither here nor there. We're here for this now. Vinland Saga was a series that I did a reaction to because it was a patron request, and this show was damn awesome. Loved every second of it. It starts off with Thor's and everything, and his son, Thorfinn. And as a kid, Thorfinn is, he of course he looks up to his dad. He can tell that his dad is a bit larger than life and everything. You're hearing all these little stories about him, like he was this warrior and all this stuff. And he's also hearing all these stories about all these sailors that went across the sea, you know what I'm saying, and to find their, this warrior's pride and all this stuff. Like, I just love kind of how this show was kind of set up from the beginning, and within the first very few episodes, it really shows you just kind of the pride of a warrior. Sets up kind of this revenge aspect of things, and also the determination and just the sheer just kind of will and drive that young Thorfinn has after he sees what happens to Thor's, his dad, and everything. But in the cycle of things, in the momentum of the story and everything, Thor's actually dies by the hands of a group of people. Actually, I mean, like, it's kind of a snake ass job, honestly. Escalade and Bjorn got dealt with. Okay, he got dealt with easily. This man Thor was a monster, a fucking monster, yo. This shit was so nasty. Like, he didn't even use a weapon, and he was just laying waste to these dudes. And then Escalade, I mean, he's nice. He's nice. The dude can handle himself. He definitely knows his way around the battlefield and the sword. But he had his whole crew with him, and he pretty much, made it so that, look, you're gonna go down here. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. This is your day to take this L. And Thor's is such a monster, yo. Such a monster. You see this at the very beginning of the show before things even really pop off. And basically he gives him the signal to go hit for his men to shoot him with arrows and stuff, and that kind of happens and everything. That was kind of a very down, sad moment. And from then on, his son Thorfinn just he had it in for him. He had it in for Escalade. He was like, look, one day I am gonna kill you. He even becomes a stowaway on his boat, and he ends up literally traveling with Bjorn and Escalade everywhere they're going. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of branches off to the rest of the story and shows you what's going on within the world and stuff. But but at the same time, I do want to touch on one thing. Thor's pretty much kind of gave up. He was like, okay, you know what? Take me, and just leave everybody else alone. Like, don't hurt anyone else. Like, just, and that's pretty much what he did. But anyways, getting back to the business at hand, seeing how the world kind of expanded through the way they kind of introduce you to the story with Thorfinn losing his pops Thor's and stuff, and traveling with Escalade and Bjorn. You kind of see how this war has been engulfing the land. I believe it's between the English and the Danes and stuff, and how, like, just kind of like there was a kind of like a civil dispute as well, that you learn about as you go through watching the story, with the current king, and how he wanted one of his sons to be the next heir, while the other son just kind of, I guess, wasn't really fit. But then through the course of actions, I don't want to necessarily throw everything out there, but this show was awesome. Everything from the opening. I love the original opening. The second opening was cool too. Both the endings were dope. The music, the setting, the animation was just on point, man. It was so awesome to watch. Really, really enjoyed it. Um, Let me see some favorite characters of mine. Of course, Thor's was fucking awesome. Thorfinn was cool too. You know what I'm saying? Like his urge to really get back at Escalade was definitely something that you kind of rooted for. But as it's funny too, because as the show went on, it's like you knew that hate and that anger was still there, and he still always tried to like constantly challenge him and stuff. But you kind of grew to like Escalade and everything, and even Bjorn. You know what I mean? Um, it was interesting, the way that they kind of played with your emotions there and stuff as everything grew. Now the true beast is Thorkel. Thorkel is a monster. This dude is like, and the funny thing is that like I didn't realize it until I think I rewatched like the first episode again. He was in the very beginning. Like after you meet him later in the show, I was like, okay. But then like they showed him in the beginning with fucking Thor, and I was like, oh, okay. So he was rolling with your boy then. And then I know they showed like little uh, flashbacks with him and Thor's as well. But it was just cool kind of seeing that, just noticing that again. But I mean, this dude is a Goliath of a man, like literally taking full on huge goddamn fucking log lumber logs, just like tossing them like it's nothing, taking spears and chucking them like literally hundreds of yards, and completely just decapitating people. And I mean, the dude was a fucking force. Like, you had to fear him. His name is, oh my god, it definitely rings bells. Like, you say Thorkel, you better watch the fuck out. And the crazy thing about it is that Thorfinn was not afraid of this dude. Like, he was just, and the thing is that like he wasn't afraid of anything. He wasn't even really afraid of his own demise, his own death, because the only thing he cared about was getting back at Escalade. That's the only thing he cared about, was getting back at him. Like, he would go into battle, break his leg, break his arm, anything like that. It didn't matter to him as long as he got the victory. And he did whatever Escalade asked him to do, because it was the situation that he was in. He was like, look, this is the only way that I'm gonna be able to stay with this guy. So I'm gonna be able to trap this dude, and also at the same time, I'm learning him, and I'm becoming a better warrior, a better fighter. You know what I'm saying? At the same time. So he's just like, so he pretty much kind of like just became a part throughout the years of being with him, became a part of his crew and stuff. And I do think there's a slight part of him that kind of respected him, when everything was said and done. But he still always had that, that urge to kind of just dead this motherfucker. you know but yeah, the show was definitely great. There is one thing though, Bjorn, at the well, I don't want to say too much, but no, I don't like giving. I mean, I don't mind saying a few things about certain things that happen within the story. But when I express myself, talk about these things, basically doing an impressions or review, I don't want to give out everything. But at the end with Bjorn, I'm not sure exactly why he wanted to get back at Escalade like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty sure maybe it was just about like a warrior's pride. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. It's like, you know what? If this is gonna happen, I want it to be you that does it. You know, but that was kind of my thinking of it. And maybe I missed something there that was more deeper than that. But yeah, and it was crazy seeing like how kind of ruthless, you know. I believe we all know about Vikings. We all know about their plundering and their pillaging and stuff like that. And there's definitely that in here. But seeing but seeing it in this, and you know, especially with seeing how young Thorfinn is and stuff, and experiencing this stuff, and especially that episode where the girl was in, I believe there was a girl in this small village. It was snowing outside. It was like a very heavy blizzard, and I think she had stole something, a ring or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but she goes outside to this tree or something, for a very short little spill. And then when that happens, literally Escalade's crew and shit comes there, and like literally like takes everything from the people, and they have everybody outside. And then the dude's like pleading for his life, pleading for everyone's lives. Like, look, baby saying like, look, can you leave us a little bit of food so that we can make it through winter, just a little, you know what I mean? And then Escalade's just like, don't worry about it, you'll be good. And he's like, oh, for real? And then like he literally ends up like, holy shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, this shit is so but I mean that's what it was though, you know. That shit was so fucking raw, but that's what it was in that time, and that's how ruthless kind of they were and shit. But guys, if you haven't seen Vinland Saga, I would definitely check it out. Awesome series. I can't wait for another season. I hope Wood Studio is doing the second season as well. It's only one season right now. It's 24 episodes. I believe you can watch it on Amazon Prime, and it's dope ass damn series. So yeah, definitely check it out, guys. I mean, it has an awesome pacing to it, awesome characters, setting, everything. It's just sweet. Like, if you haven't seen Vinland Saga and you're looking for something that is kind of has that epic feel and everything, and pulls no punches and stuff, definitely check out Vinland Saga. You will enjoy it. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching as always.
Silence! I've never heard of this man. What kind of nonsense are you talking about?
Yeah,
I'm here to fuck all these bitches. Oh, yeah. Yes, he's here. The man with the biggest nigga dick in the land.
From
You
here,
are going to witness
goddamn.
the power of blue. I'm gonna get up in there. Oh my god. He's huge. Hopefully his dick isn't that goddamn.
I'm gonna open
big.
this door with
What
the power of my
fuck?
tears.
Yeah!